ain't fading away. Video heroes were on the line. Saw Planet X in record time. Games are winning, worlds to save. Fighting hard, we're bold and brave. Children could see through the wall box, they've got in every far. Used to violence, hard to see. Find the stones that trouble me. Wikileaks written, what that bird shows surgeons on. Bentley, that business street. Up to the top, baby. Maybe 16 dreams, spies, you know, so break the street. Magnet, hit the charts, murder business, better. These old defenders are on a quest. Say planet Earth, needed our best. Commander Dan, Camera Junior Plan. Margot is planning a retro game land. Racing through levels, saving the day. Planet Earth's future ain't fading away. Video heroes.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Retro Station 1989. I'm Commander Dan, and this is our countdown to Halloween, part of the spooky season. Right now, I'm shooting our first of the 3 Halloween episodes and recording a couple of these advent calendar polls. I'm not doing them each day as they count down, but I got a lot of shooting to do, and I've got a lot of artwork to do. This is actually my huge convention season right now. So, first off, welcome aboard if you've never been. If you chose this weird, random day to start, maybe because you'll see that the thumbnail says a little something extra this time, and that we're going to do a little bit of a reveal as to some things that I've got out in my travels as so far as retro pickups. And we're also going to be counting down our Halloween Advent Calendar by Funko Pops, which you might realize there's more than just 13 days left to count down. But, and this is a very more important but than any but you've ever heard of, because I find the word but kind of funny. I got 2 of them. We got this one from 2023. And if I'd been doing this for a while, I don't know, I might have already had that prepped. We've also got the 2024. So we're in the 2023 right now, and we'll go over that here in just a second as to what we've already seen. But let's talk about retro pickups. This is going to give it away, folks, actually. I thought you wouldn't be able to figure out what the thing was that we were doing. You know what? Man, I'm kind of like up in the air as to what I want to share and what I don't. Okay. All right. I'm not going to share two of the things that I got, because if I do, you're going to know basically what's up. I can share something with you here. Hold on. No, I can't. A couple of things that I got are actually related to this year's spooky season theme. And again, if you are have been watching, if you guess what the theme is for this spooky season, the franchise that we're doing for all 3 are related to the same thing. If you guess what it is, you get a no prize. And if you don't know what a no prize is, I send you a little package from the Retro Station full of little retro goodies. Sometimes it's extra things that I pick up when I'm out and about, and sometimes it's really cool stuff that you can't get anywhere else. But there's no cost for entry or anything like that. It's actually, I don't like to call it a prize. I kind of, in honor of one of my heroes, Stan Lee, who called his Marvel prizes when people would write in to correct him on things, he'd go, "Great, you figured it out. Here's your no prize." And what it would be is an envelope with a little letter in it saying, "This is your no prize from Marvel," on Marvel letterhead. And it was basically no prize at all. But this will be a prize. I'm just not going to call it a prize because I don't want people to think I'm running contests off of my channel. And trust me, no one can sponsor the things that I'm giving away because these things are random as hell. Just like my taste in retro. So I've just been out at it's end of the summer and beginning of fall. There are a couple different garage sales that are going on. A couple different thrift stores have things able to be purchased from, and I'm going to show you a couple things that I found. First up, I don't know if anybody knows what this is. This is a Gamester, right? I'll open it for you here. It's a Game Boy holder. You put your Game Boy cartridges in here, but it's also for a Game Boy Advance. It's also a power system and light up Game Boy Advance lighter. It's pretty sweet. I got it for nothing. This was a gift from one of my in-laws. They were cleaning out their closets and they had one. And I said, "Hey, cool, I'll take it." I don't even think I have a Game Boy Advance, like an old SP or a regular Game Boy Advance that would fit in there, but there you go, a Gamester. In fact, this is either going to be trade bait or it might find its way into a no prize coming your way real soon. That's not a guarantee, it's just a thought that I'm having. And out and about, I found, got this for nothing, actually. This was on a table. They were selling retro games, and I said, "Hey, do you have any games left?" And they said, "No." So what they had was, this is a warranty registration card for Acclaim. That's LJN, if you don't know. But it was a retro pull-up poster for Acclaim video games. This is in the era of Revolution X and WrestleMania the Arcade and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I'll put a GIF of it up. A JPEG maybe of it up if I can find one. Probably can't. Probably won't. But it came with it was for Batman Forever, it looks like. So they also had this on the table, and these are just, hey, free take one. I was like, okay. So I also got a sealed Wii intro DVD. I guess this thing is going for a couple bucks online. I don't know. I'm not going to pay any money for it, and I didn't. So it might find its way into a retro no prize as well. There's a demo disc of Nickelodeon Nicktoons games for the PC. It's the THQ games, which I believe there's Fairly Odd Parents Break Into Rules, Battle for Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob, which is actually a really good game. And Jimmy Neutron, which I don't know much about Jimmy Neutron. If you think Jimmy Neutron is something that you think you'd like to see me review, give me a shout down below and let me know. But yeah, so there we go. And last but not least, $1. It was a $1 pickup. Diablo for the PC. Not a boxed copy, but I mean the box is pretty rare indeed. But I mean, a pretty sweet CD copy of Diablo. It's for PC, and it's in fairly good shape. Has manual and everything. Might also find its way into a no prize. Although I do like Diablo a lot, and I really, really enjoy the first Diablo. So, who knows? I might keep it. I might give it to you guys. Who knows what I'll do with it? Last but not least was the Motherload. So, for I believe it was $75, I got this. What looks like a PlayStation backpack, but it's not a PlayStation backpack. It is a PlayStation Mini. And it came with some games. Some of these games I put in there after the fact. But I'll show you the Mini itself. I'm not going to pull out the cords and everything, but I'll show you the Mini. I did have to buy a memory card because I didn't have one handy. But yeah, PlayStation Mini came with one controller. It was a dual analog System Shock. So it was a second gen PS1 controller, so it wasn't like a slipshod kind of deal there. I'm pulling out the games that I got with it. So, if you have a PlayStation, you're going to need PlayStation games. Memory card. You can see that there. And just wave it at the camera. There we go. This was a seller my brother knew in town, because it's getting to be that way, folks. Finding retro games, people think they have like a pile of gold bars half the time, and other half the time, traders who know what they have don't chisel you. And there's a lot of chiselers out there, and it kind of sucks. I'll show you a couple games that I already owned. One that's not mine, but I did own was Legend of Dragoon. My wife loves this game, and this is her copy from her OG copy from when she was a kid. And I've reviewed this, Bruce Willis Apocalypse, starring Bruce Willis. But here are the ones that I got with this one. All right. Scored copy of Crash Bandicoot. This was included in it, a copy of Goin' Quackers. That's a Donald Duck Goin' Quackers. But the big score. Oh no, that actually is my new copy of Legend of Dragoon. We have a second copy. But yeah, he was selling his PS1 games, and so I grabbed another copy of Broken Helix, one of my favorite games just because it stars Bruce Campbell, and it's very, very funny. And Parasite Eve. Parasite Eve, Legend of Dragoon, PS1 and controller, Goin' Quackers, and Crash Bandicoot, all included. All inclusive. An all-inclusive retro package for $75. I talked him up from what he wanted, which was $50. I said, hey man, you know what you have here, and he did. He knew what he had. So I didn't take the other two games that he had. He had a Resident Evil 2 Director's Cut, and he had 2 full sets of Final Fantasy 7 and 8. And I said, I'm not going to take these other games from you. I want you to have some other stuff to sell, but please sell these for what they're worth, man. At least what you think they're worth, more than what you sold me this stuff for. I don't want to screw over anyone coming after me, but it didn't seem like he had a lot of people come through his big old auction kind of sale, so it was really cool of him to cut me a deal like that. So big shout out to my brother Jeremy for hooking me up with the dude. And I'm not going to name the guy because it was a private sale. So on to our countdown. So I am going to interject some video here of what we've already opened and already seen so far. And I'm not sure if I have these in the correct order because I had to have Stephanie, my wife, who plays Margot on the show, attach the little dudes for the Funko Pops to miniature stands because for whatever reason Funko made these guys super top heavy, so they don't stand on their own half the time. But here they are. And this will be a voiceover for you. If we opened up Freddy, that was Winona Ryder as Lydia Dietz from Beetlejuice, Jack Torrance from The Shining, Pennywise from It, Reagan from The Exorcist, the girl from The Exorcist. Again, Kiefer Sutherland's character, who I still haven't looked up, and no one's told me what it is, so I'll give a no prize, a little baby no prize to somebody who tells me who Kiefer Sutherland played in The Lost Boys, but that's his character from The Lost Boys. And last but not least, the master of disaster, the slasher killer, Jason Voorhees. All right, so we are on day 8 of the countdown, with a little added spice for my retro pickups. Let's take a look and see what we have. All right, so open her up here. You can see we're at day 7. Here's day 8. Hasn't been opened. All right, let's pop her open. They each come packed in these red bags. Oh, that one's kind of easy to open. Nice. Okay. And whoa, I'm the ghost with the most, baby. It is Beetlejuice in his cab driver costume, or his tour guide costume, from Beetlejuice. Pretty sweet. He's not dressed in his wedding gear, but I mean, you can't expect a man to be dressed for his wedding every day of his life. So we'll set you here. Maybe Beetlejuice will stand up. He does. He stands. Okay. Yeah, so that's it for this day of the countdown. I hope everyone's watching some scary movies. I've had some answers to the questions. Dusty, I saw your answer for the Captain Lou Albano costume was pretty great. If I had to give one for mine, though, probably dressing up for Batman for my Batman episode is pretty funny. I think my favorite costume is the worst one I've done, which was Ted from Bill and Ted, because I'm a heavier dude. I don't even look like Keanu Reeves in the least. I look like, I don't know, if I put on horn rim glasses, I kind of look like the grandpa dude from Up. So I don't know what made me think I would be that, except I bought a vest for it. It was a kooky idea. I thought it was a fun costume to wear. I guess, maybe my Beetlejuice thing, because I did a lot of work on that, or my severed hand Ash hand chainsaw deal that I did for my Evil Dead episode, which is from a while back during the spooky season as well. All right, so that wraps up this countdown day. I know it was a lot to deal with, but again, if you can guess what our spooky season shows are going to be about, the theme of them, the first one's coming up as soon as I finish it and get it edited, which will probably be Sunday night. I'm probably going to have it ready for you guys Monday morning. I'm trying to anyway. I've got a lot of things going on, and I'm going to try and do as many of these as I can in a row so that I have everything done, because in 2 weeks I'm going to be in Madison at Gamehole Con. I'm going to have a table there, and I'm signing books if you have copies of Icons or Orc 2nd edition. I'm also doing commissions, and you can see some of the artwork that I've done recently here. I'll float some JPEGs past. Yeah, that's it. So that's this episode of the countdown. But don't worry, folks. We've still got plenty of time. This is only day 8 of 26 days of Halloween spookiness. So we're having a spooktacular, a spook down, a spook off. No, don't have a spook off, because it sounds a little bit too much like freak off, and we don't want to have any of that thing going around the old retro station here. At least I don't want to be implicated in anything crazy like that. Talk about scary. Am I right, folks? All right. But in all seriousness, no matter what I've said during this little recording, our little broadcast, have said in the past, or will say in the future, remember to always, always, always stay retro. Peace.
Get upset on the internet. You're a salt adult. You're a salt adult. Get upset on the internet. You're a salt adult. Throwing out a hissy fit, your views ain't in the millions, and every up and comer is a threat to what you're dealing. And instead of getting better, you just spout up on your Facebook, crying on your Twitter bit about how bad your case look. In case you didn't get it yet, allow me to rephrase it. You cry more than my 4-year-old. I'm actually amazed. Like you couldn't even see the forest for the trees. The writing's on the wall, literally that I see. How you getting salt that a culture blowing up, man? I think there was a point where you stopped growing up, man. Instead of showing up, man, irrationally mad. Don't appropriate impression like the latest fashion fad. It isn't cool or funny to be acting like an edgelord. You alienate friends, push them closer to the edge more. I don't know how to say it anyway to make it clear. If you're the one unhappy, then the problem's in the mirror. Get upset on the internet. You're a salt adult. You're a salt adult. Get upset on the